America, imagine a world where your every move is monitored. Sounds like fiction, right? No, it's our reality. In today's social media world, surveillance isn't just a spy movie. It's all around us. From our cameras that's on our local street corners to the data collected by our smartphones, we're under constant watch. Government and corporations track our every move, our shopping habits, even our daily commutes. It's like having an invisible shadow always there, recording our every move. But why does this matter? Because with every click, with every step, we are giving away pieces of our privacy. And in the wrong hands, this information can be used in ways we never intended. Imagine that personalized ad that know too much, or even worse, data breaches that expose your personal life to the world. The stakes are really high. So what can we do about it? Start being aware of your surroundings. Start by being vigilant and spreading awareness to what's going on around us. Because our big brother is watching our every move, and it's up to us to protect our privacy.
And the Democratic Party today is the party of war. It is the party of surveillance, of censorship. You listen to President Harris boast about the people who are supporting her, people like Dick Cheney. Do you want Dick Cheney back in the White House? And people like John Bolton. These are the people who wrote the Patriot Act, the act that launched the surveillance state, that launched the national security state, that introduced torture, that introduced surveillance, and allowed the CIA to spy on the American public for the first time in our history. Do you think Dick Cheney has changed his opinion about the Patriot Act? No. He's changed parties because he thinks the Democratic Party is now the party of the neocons. It is the party of surveillance, of censorship, of war.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. That would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Actually, according to these whistleblowers, that I am on this Quiet Skies list, that my own government, my president, my commander-in-chief is targeting me as a potential domestic terrorist. The closest word that comes to mind is a complete sense of betrayal. My own government has labeled and is targeting me directly now as a domestic terrorist, as they are many others. I'm not alone in this. Of course, this list is not being made public, but we can look to what the Biden-Harris administration has done in multiple cases of how they have, there have been leaked conversations, leaked files, leaked documents, and even statements they've made in public saying that this threat of domestic terrorism and extremism is so great, and they're using people like the air marshals as weapons and pawns to target their political opponents. And that's really what this is all about. Of course, there's no explanation given. You know, these secret lists, there are many of them. Quiet Skies is one of them. There are others that have occurred ever since 9/11 with the Patriot Act, weaponizing these institutions against Americans. All of these secret lists, there's no recourse. There's no way to know truly if you're on the list, how to get off the list, why you're on the list, why my own government is seeing me as a domestic terrorist. I can't tell you why, but I can make some assumptions based on the record of this administration. Obviously, I've been very outspoken about the dangers of the Biden-Harris administration to our democracy and to our freedom and to our national security. And this is what happens as a result.
I've been indicted by the Biden administration as a black woman for standing against the murder of innocent children, including, especially because they take up the biggest margin, black babies. Joe Biden used Letitia James, a black attorney general, along with Damian Williams, a black FBI head of FBI agency, and they indicted me for standing against the abortion murder of black kids. Do you know the agent that they used to investigate me was a black man? He has an African name. Do you know that they used their tokens to go after black people that got out of line? They used the guys in the house in line cleaning the bathroom to get the ones out on the field trying to wake people up. That's Kamala's administration. That woman who sentenced me, that's Kamala's administration. This is what Kamala has been doing the whole time before she ever became, which as soon as she touched foot as an AG in San Fran, she was putting people under the jail. She gets a joy out of that. She don't care about you being separate from your family. She don't care about none of that. They get this power and they operate from emotion, and they don't care about America. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about a person's life. They'll accuse a guy of rape in a second for a check. They'll tarnish their name, tarnish their character. We've allowed these women in power to become out of control. And any woman who is a leader that is not power pressed will understand exactly what I'm saying.
When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up.
Whenever you're carrying a phone, whenever the phone is turned on, there's a record of your presence at that place that is being made and created by companies. It does not need to be kept forever. And in fact, there's no good argument for it to be kept forever. But these companies see that as valuable information, right? This is the whole big data problem that we're running into. And all this information that used to be ephemeral, right? Where were you when you were 8 years old, you know? Where'd you go after you had a bad breakup? You know, who'd you spend the night with? Who'd you call after? All this information used to be ephemeral. Now these things are stored. Now these things are saved. It doesn't matter whether you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't matter whether you're the most ordinary person on earth, because that's how bulk collection, which is the government's euphemism for mass surveillance, works. They simply collect it all in advance in hopes that one day it will become useful. And that was just talking about how you connect to the phone network. That's not talking about all those apps on your phone.
I'm Nika, and I'm doing this documentary to let America know we need to be very concerned. How did we get here to this point of heavy surveillance, stalked, harassed, bullied as an American citizen, treated like a terrorist? Well, let me take you back. I started a YouTube channel. It started off as a hair channel. I did a video 8 years ago expressing some strong feelings I had about a particular subject. I loved the feedback it got. Remember, this was 8 years ago. That video is no longer, but when I uploaded it at that time, it did really well. I then stopped doing hair videos and started doing videos voicing my opinion about topics that I was passionate about. And let me remind you, I never wanted to be famous. I, as a strong, opinionated person, just always watched something and thought, wow, I cannot believe someone is thinking this way or someone is acting this way. So what I would do is voice my opinion. If my goal or my mission was to be famous, I could have been famous by now. I've had large corporations contact me asking me, can they use one of my videos, in particular my hair video that's here on this channel, to educate their employees on diversity. I gave them permission, never bragged about it, never tweeted about it. Someone from Morgan State College even contacted me a few years ago asking me to be a part of a research project. Even a large YouTube channel contacted me when I first put out my butt injection video. I never responded. And this is really funny, you guys. Lori Harvey has me blocked I found this out a few years ago. Never messaged her, never contacted her, never added her. I just did a video about her. Years later, she was trending one day on Twitter. Now we know it's X. I go on her page just to see why she's trending and found out that I was blocked. I'm sure it comes from the video that I did about her a few years back. Never tweeted it, never expressed to nobody about that. And I can go on and on. So the point I'm trying to make is I had several opportunities to acquire fame, but that's not my mission, nor is that my goal with this documentary. The point of this documentary is to open the eyes of the American public of what's going on around us and above us, and to prove to you guys that the Democratic Party works closely with the celebrity world. You want to get a full story? Please watch my lives. On my page, I voice my opinion about a lot of celebrities. I need y'all to understand the type of videos I was making on my YouTube channel years ago was talking out against the celebrity world. Though I gloated over many, on my channel I was speaking out against a lot of celebrities and politicians. And you have to understand, guys, at that time, it wasn't popular to speak out against celebrities and politicians like it is now. I mean, it's everywhere now. But remember, when I started this channel, I was doing that. I do have a lot of those videos private now. I spoke out against Oprah, Kamala Harris, yes, the VP. At that time, it wasn't popular. Joe Biden, P. Diddy. At this time, I was heavy on Twitter as well. Very boisterous on Twitter. My new Twitter account is Black Girl in America TV, but at the time my channel was Flowers and Jelly. Though I had a little over 200 followers, showing by the analytics, a lot of people would visit my page daily. That channel with my YouTube channel, I was just having fun on Twitter, but I also was adding a lot of celebrities that I was big fans of and celebrities that I wasn't fans of at all. Would not have thought about twice. I would still acknowledge them. They are trending, birthday come around, and that was the type of person I was. If you new here and you don't know the background, I got into it with this Z-lister celebrity. I was going through a lot personally. I was going through a lot with my mother battling cancer, and that was a very trying time, and I just kept seeing a Z-lister celebrity constantly say things, making her presence very known, strong, and I just went off. That was around that time I was saying things that were maybe not appropriate with the name calling, never threatened no one, never said I was gonna harm anyone. I was just calling names that she was known for. And at the time this Z-lister celebrity started to reference me in her skits, I just clapped back and start calling her names. Mind you, Kamala just got in the chair as VP. I'm having this big altercation online with this Z-lister celebrity. It was to the point where it was too much in my personal life, being a support system for my mom, and then going online, seeing all of these celebrities bashing me. The one Z-lister, I could handle that. I wasn't a fan of hers. So at that time, I just backed away from social media. Didn't understand it all. This was around 3 years ago. I was starting to see things like cars parked in front of my home, guys in suits taking pictures of me, flashing big old lights in my face, speeding off fast. Not only I was seeing it, other family members seeing it, still not thinking nothing of it. Then it was getting to the point where, though I stopped tweeting, I was still very present on Twitter, and I would just see what everybody was talking about, who Google was trending. If you follow me on Twitter, if you follow me here on YouTube, you know I am anti anything with fakeness with women. I start seeing a lot of those come down my timeline. Every single day that I would log on, it would just be naked bodies, and the pictures, as you see, were bots. They wasn't even real. And then it would say, this is what you may like. And so I started seeing a lot of these, and I knew my social media was being tampered with. Something like that, you just laugh, close your phone, go back to the real world. Every now and then I would pop on my Twitter, and then one day there was this particular page suggested on my timeline of transgender women. And when I looked closely at the profile picture, it was a picture of my nephew that I raised. Now, you have to understand, none of my family members have social media. So when I contacted him and asked him if he had a Twitter, he said no, which I knew that would be the answer because I know none of my nephews are into social media. I contacted Twitter, certified mail, I emailed them, still this page is up. And I contacted Twitter so many times and explain to them this is a fake page. Have them show ID. The profile picture that they're using is not them. I was stressing that over and over. Needless to say, this page is still up. These past 3 years have been nothing but a spiritual journey for me. I started feeling things weren't right. The summer of 2021, a car ran me off the road and they looked at me and smiled. At that point, I said, I am being harassed. Still, by then, I had no intentions of coming back to the social media world. These things were happening to me. I was just dealing with it. I started getting a lot of prank mail sent to my home. And on the boxes, it all said, the joke's on you. Didn't think anything of it. Wasn't scared or anything. 2 days later, I got a package with feces inside of it. I had on gloves, threw it away. The third time, as you can see this package here, the package that I'm showing you, this address is the same address where the empty boxes and the feces came from. This package is what you're seeing is some type of anal toy. Said, okay, I don't know how long this is going to go on. Let me just take a picture of it. Took a picture of it and threw it away. No, I did not get no law enforcement involved. And at that point, I knew this is getting out of hand. Strangely enough, every day I open my email, it's tons of emails by Indian names. All these names you're seeing is an Indian name. What are these emails saying? I don't know. I'm just scared to open them because I don't want them to steal any of my personal information. But as you can see, I get these every single day. Tons of them. And these are some of the names that I just screenshotted. And when you look up these names, they are Indian names. Fast forward to 3 years later, the harassment still continues. But unfortunately, it has worsened. I have a helicopter that follows me constantly all day, every day. I will say my first live, which aired October the 10th, 2024, they are still following me. They're like from a distance now, but they're still following me. I don't know why they're following me. I will tell you guys this. I am a working class citizen. I have reached out to so many people to tell them my story. The clip that I want to show you is certain clips. I'm not showing you everything because a lot of my clips that I have may invade the privacy of others, but I did send them out to many entities. So I will show y'all a selected few. I just want you guys to see how I have been harassed for the last 3 years. And if this happened to me, it can happen to you. This is the America that we're living in. We all know after 9/11, a bill was passed called the Patriot Act. And that means for all Americans, our privacy can be invaded. And I always knew of that, but I thought it was just punching your name and all your information comes up on Google and your siblings and where you lived, your telephone numbers. I did not know that it can be done to this extent. I am harassed constantly, 24 hours, 7 days a week. I am followed by helicopters, drones, satellites, constantly, all all day, every day. Sometimes it's 2, 3 helicopters at once, just swerving around on each side of me. It's unbearable. My home surveillance camera showed them coming randomly and just flashing up bright light. This is constant. So when you see a footage of the bright light coming through my window, it's all the time. As you can see a picture right here, I had people pretending to be city workers. I have never seen a city worker look like this. Anybody from Baltimore know a city worker does not dress like this. And may I add, a city worker does not look like this. So these the type of things that was happening leading up to the helicopters. So next I'm going to show y'all random footage that's recorded over the past 3.5 years. This documentary can be days long, so I won't give y'all all my footage. And remember, it is under the Biden and Harris administration. When Trump was in the chair, I did not have to go through this. This is actual footage. This was picked up, was recorded on my home surveillance. It's this starlight satellite that comes out every single night. It starts off on the left. It looks like it's not moving at all. The next clip I'm going to show you is it's sped up. I sped the footage up so you can see that it actually moves and it comes upward. And it just sits in front of my window, my bedroom window, till like from 2. So this comes out like at 10 at night. By the time you can't see it no more, it's because it's 2 a.m. It's sitting in front of my bedroom window from 2 to 6 every single night. And it comes actually closer to the bedroom. The next footage, I'm going to show you the same footage, the same exact night. It's just I sped it up so you can see how it moves. And you're going to also see a red flash come through the next footage. That is the actual helicopter. It do a sweep around my house every night from 1 to 2-ish a.m. in the morning. The same footage, the same clip from before. You just seeing it sped up, how it's actually moving. That was the helicopter. And it's going to just move up into my bedroom, and that's where it sits. It zooms into my bedroom sometimes it doesn't. There it is. You can't see it anymore. This clip, I have actual footage I recorded on October the 3rd.
Today is October the 3rd. I'm all the way out in the county. And there they go.
Now, when I walked in the mall, I did not see this.
Just circling around.
To see the helicopter, but when I came
Circling
out of
around
the mall, it was swarming around the car.
October 3rd. And I'm ready to come to y'all October 10th. And they just won't let me breathe.
And I'm all the way out in Essex, Maryland. Same footage out in the county, Essex, Maryland, and I'm in my car now in traffic, and you see it's hovering over me, and it's going to continue with me until I go into the city and park my car. Sometimes I record, sometimes I just take a picture. This is a picture of it on March the 15th. Don't remember where I was at 6:14 p.m., but there it is hovering over my head in traffic. Right here, this is July 29th. This footage, I am in Woodlawn, Maryland. Sometimes, like I said, I explained to you guys before, I used to do a lot of reading, the 3 years, just a lot of reading, going out into nature. Sometimes I'll sit out in the parking lot. This day I just drove out in the county, wanted to sit out around trees and read my Bible. And here it is. It came all the way out Woodlawn, Maryland. And if you're from Baltimore, know anything about Baltimore, then you know that Woodlawn, Maryland, and 33rd Street area, 33rd Street in Greenmount, far distance from each other. And this is where I was at in Woodlawn, Maryland. And they came out there. And I'm just sitting in the car reading my Bible. And there they came. Again, I had my phone on me. So that's how I guess they finds me. And I even took a picture or recorded the sign showing that I'm out in Woodlawn, Maryland. If you from Baltimore, you know Lord Baltimore is in the county, deep part of Woodlawn, Maryland. This footage, August 30th, I'm just out. It's summertime. I'm out just driving. Don't remember where I was going, but here it is. It's actually harboring. And when it stops, it's taking pictures because I guess it didn't know who was in the car with me. And I noticed when I have people in the back of the car, it stops and it takes these bright light. You just see flashing lights. So that's why it's just standing still. It's just trying to get who's in that car with her. And this particular day, I had my nephews with me. Well, two of my nephews. This is March 25th. You just see I'm out and about outside and it's there hovering over my head. And this is March 5th, and it's in no particular order. I just took 3 years of footage and just took some selected ones, mostly this year. But I have them all the way back to the helicopter started around 2023-ish, 2023-ish when I've noticed the helicopters, like the beginning of 2023 when I've noticed the helicopters. They may been was following me, but I just started noticing them 2023. And here it is, just following me. This is a still shot. And this is June 16th. And this area is my uncle area. And I just took a picture of the helicopter. This particular day I was dropping my uncle off. I brought my uncle to my home for Father's Day. June 16th was Father's Day. And they came with me to drop my uncle off to his home. And I didn't want to record because I didn't want him to, start asking questions. So I just took a still shot, and here it is. This is June 12th, random day. Let's see. Do I see? I'm trying to zoom in. If you don't see some of the recordings, if you don't see, oh, there you see, it was the helicopter there. This day, I am downtown, and you see it right there. And sometimes it goes a distance away from me, if depending, I guess, who's driving it or whatever the case may be. It won't be over top of me. It just be in, I'll be in eyesight of them. So it was going back and forth, just riding back and forth. Right here, I'm in the hood. I was in the hood at a hair store. So, it was going to be out watching my every move. There it is. And this is another one. June 16th. Oh, this was after my uncle was dropped off. I then recorded it. This is December 7th, 2023. This is an old footage. And this is this helicopter harboring, just going around in circles. And actually what you're not seeing is it was, going around my house too. It just goes in really big circles. But of course, I'm in my home, so you can't see, I can't get out and show y'all that it's over my head, but it goes in big circles over my neighbor's head, home, and on the other side of the home, which is my home. And this right here, I'm just driving, listening to good music, rap music, and going downtown. And there you see, I was giving it. It was going fast. It was trying to keep up with me, but it was in front of me. But there you have it. That's the helicopter. This was March 30th. This is all the time as well. A helicopter is going to come close to it's going to flash a really big light. I don't know if that light is able to see inside my home, but here it comes. This is all the time as well. You see that? Then it zoomed off. All the time. I have a lot of footage of that. This is an airplane. This is June 1st. Sometimes I see the airplane in my distance. Sometimes it's a helicopter, but that was an airplane. I see a lot of those too. I'm not sure what area I'm at. And I had to edit a lot of these footages so you won't see people, car and things like that. So, but this was on March 21st, and that was a airplane. This is May 16th, another helicopter. Now I'm at work. I get off at 7 p.m. and they start coming around my building around 6:30ish and just start going around in circles until I get out, and then that's when they follow me home. This is May 29th. This is another airplane that was in front of my home. I remember this. This was in front of my home when I came outside. Another airplane, June 6th, in my neighborhood. And you see how low it is? Okay, this is a helicopter, June 12th. Just following, hanging out with me. August 11th. There you have it. It's there, going around. Sometimes it follows me, in the middle of traffic with me, and sometimes it just stay in a distance where it can still see me. Me getting off of work, this is June 12th. I'm familiar with this area. It's sitting right here. It's not even moving, it's standing. This particular day I was dropping someone home. Dropping someone off. I gave them a ride home, and that's when it kind of like stands still, I guess, to see who's that in that car. This particular day, July 27th, this helicopter stayed outside for a whole hour. This footage was from a whole hour, just going in circles. And my home surveillance picked it up because it was showing movement. So that's when I looked. I didn't even realize it. You see, it's 2 a.m. in the morning. I did not even realize it was outside that time of morning while people is asleep or trying to get sleep. And you see, it's not even over my home. It's like, down some. But these are everyday working class people, and it's just hovering over our heads. And these people probably had work the next day. I know this block is a lot of retired, families on this block, and there it is, hovering over the home. And I keep my on my surveillance, I keep it muted, and only because it will pick up every little sound, and my phone will constantly go off, so I keep it muted. But the helicopters are very loud, and I'm gonna try to speed it up so you guys can see how it just keep going around and around. So you got a little insight of what that was doing that night. Next is a still shot. Here it is. Let me zoom in. I wish this can be clearer, but this is how it looked once I zoomed in. Okay. Another still shot. This is me going home. I'm familiar with the area. This is one of the ways I have to get. I go to get home. This was July 21st. August 14th, I am on Harford Road, going into the city, coming into the city. And here it is. This is June 16th, Father's Day. This is after I dropped my uncle off, and I start recording. August 11th, I just got off of work. That's a quick shot. June 16th, I stopped at the store, and after I dropped my uncle off, and I took a still shot before I got out of the store. Before I got out of the car, I took a picture of the helicopter. Just still June 16th. Again, Father's Day, I just dropped my uncle off. This is July 1st. I'm at work, and let me see if I can zoom in. There they go. Just start hovering around. I'm waiting for me to get off. And there you have that. August 12th. I was pulling up at my home. I'm pulling up at my home, and there it is. Meeting me. Well, making sure I get in the house, and that's when it just goes away, but comes back throughout the day. July 11th. There you see. March 7th. I'm at work from the area, and there it goes. It comes out, I told you, around 6-ish, and waits for me to get off, and just hobbles around the job. And once I get off, that's when it follows me home. This day, July 8th, I know where this is. I'm at a McDonald's fast food getting some fries, and you see, followed me at McDonald's. I actually just came from work. At this time, I wasn't weekends. I was still working a full-time schedule. So I stopped. When I got off of work, I stopped to get some fries before I went in the house. And here you see. March 20th. This is my neighborhood. It's actually over my home now. I just parked to get out of the car and it's sitting, hovering right over my home. So I guess it's making sure that I get out the car and go in the house, but this is my home. Those black curtains. And this right here, May 31st, probably looks like I'm just in the car, but probably waiting. Someone got out the car to go run in the store, and there it is. There you see, May 31st. March 18th, I'm pulling up at my home, and there it is. I'm just getting out the car. This is December 7th, 2023. It looks like it's in my neighborhood. I just edited out. Yep, it's in my neighborhood. I just edited out the homes, but there it is. Oh, no, I'm in the house. Okay, I'm in the house. I see the window screen. December 7th, 2023. It just wants to make that loud noise. Some days, if I feel like it, like I told y'all, I just record. And what day is this? February 3rd of this year. This is in my neighborhood. I'm recording from out my bedroom window. What date is this? November 1st, 2023. A year ago. Looking out my window, and that's the Starlight satellite, and it's very close. This is so close. As you can see, it's 5:17 a.m. That's why I look really big, but it's not doing anything. The camera is not giving it no justice. It's so creepy. And as you can see, the recording reflection at the lower left, because I guess it's recording me while I'm recording it. But it's not doing no justice. It's really big and it's really close, but this is how my camera, this is what my camera gives. This sucks. Another Starlight satellite. This is 6:54 a.m. It does nothing for the camera. Like, you have to see it and with your bare eyes to see how it looks. It does no justice when I record it. But as you can see, it's 6:54 a.m. and it was about to leave. That's what time it leaves. And this is a still shot. No, this is a recording. Some days I have these jet-like objects just following me too, which is really weird. A still shot. November 30th, 2023 of that satellite. And this actually is in the back of my home. I just looked out back one day and saw it out back. And when I looked out front, it wasn't out front. So I guess I don't know, maybe it just felt like being out recording out back or sitting at the back window. I don't know if these things can see inside the home or what. But this was November 30th, 2023. Helicopter. Or is it a satellite? It looked like the satellite, the Starlight satellite, I'm sorry. This right here is a creepy looking man that was following me. How I know they was following me? Because I actually went somewhere where I know was secluded. It wasn't like it was a trap once I got there. It was I just know Baltimore. So I said, let me see. This guy been behind me for too long. Let me just go somewhere where I know don't nobody go. And sure enough, I went into that broken down. It's like not even a parking lot no more. It used to be a shopping center, and it needs to be fixed up. I went in there real quick, and they came behind me, and I snapped that picture, and I zoomed out, and he was following me. I don't know if he was that one that I showed you sitting on top of the roof. I don't know, but this was December 3rd, 2023, and I said, look at that, because it was that this car was behind me for too long. What day is this? January 2nd, a day after New Year's. I'm in the hood shopping center. I'm getting some good old hood food, and they're right there. January 8th at 6:47 a.m. This was me on my way to work. Another car randomly followed me. I noticed that they were randomly following me, and I just went in an area before I got to work. So I'm playing with them, and they came into this area, and I zoomed out real quick. And trust me, I was on the phone with someone at 6:47 a.m. and I told them this is what I'm ready to do, because they keep following me, and they sure did. Came right in that deserted parking lot with me. So another car, and here it is right here, speeding off. Same date as you can see, 6:47. Helicopter, I just took a still shot, very loud, February 3rd, 10:51 p.m. Guys, at night, watching television, just felt like getting up and record. Like I said, some days I record, some days I don't. And this day I didn't record, I just took a still shot. And right there, just disrespectful to the community, to the black community, to everybody. Just don't care. Satellite, what time is this? 10:51. I told you it comes around 10ish, and it comes up. Like right now, it's actually in my bedroom window. So it already moved up. I guess it started early because it don't normally come to the bedroom until 1, 2-ish in the morning. Helicopter, just took a still shot. Me at work, like I said, I be getting off 6:18. I be getting off at 7:30-ish, and that's when he start coming around. I can look out the window and see them, and they'll just go in circles until I get off. March 7th, another helicopter, just parked, get ready to get going a house. This is my neighborhood, and there it is. Right there, pulled up with me. You see, there it goes. Once I go in a house, it leaves, and then it comes back, like I said, whenever they want, pretty much. March 7th. Wait a minute, was this March? Yeah, March 7th. This March 7th as well, same day. Over my head. Looks like it's over my head. March 15th. There you go. March 31st. This look like it's a airplane. Look like it's like a missile. What was that I recorded? Me, home. Just came home, and there it is. I don't know what, let me just play that again. I don't know what that was. But I am home, and okay, there it is. Play that again. That was June 11th. Is there something there? Okay, yeah, there it is. There it is. You see it, guys. This is June 11th. And this is one of the helicopters that follow me. I took a close-up. It's 3 different ones. So this is one of the ones that follows me. And it's something, some letters or something. If you guys know how to enhance a picture or know someone that know how to enhance a picture, could you please contact me? I would love to know who is behind the harassment. And this is 4:06 a.m. on June 17th, actual footage. Me just coming home. I was at a gathering, as you can see, 1:08 a.m. I went to a job gathering, June 29th, and 1 a.m. And there it is, meeting, making sure I'm home. 1 a.m. in the morning, loud old helicopters. This is July 22nd at 10 p.m. Helicopter just doing its sweep, whatever you want to call it, but it's them doing its rounds, being annoying. July 31st, looks like a still shot. Let me see. I don't know if this looks like it's the helicopter. What day is this? August 11th. I'm out getting something to eat, and you can see just sitting there. Behind the trees. And again, here it is right here. Wait a minute. My daughter, she was bawling, so there you go. It was keeping up though. Another starlight satellite. This is 1:51 a.m. guys. So there it is at my bedroom window. This one, I'm down Canton. So this day, September 25th, I'm at Canton. And there it is right there. There you see. So, and it is the Starlight satellite again. My home surveillance picked up on this. This is at 23:03 a.m. in the morning of this year. You see it's 10/8/2024. I'm at a fast food, October the 11th. I don't remember. No, yeah, it's another whole day. October the 11th. Sometimes I like to get some French fries before I go in the house. And there you see. Oh, this is the jet-like object that follows me some days. Another Starlight satellite. October 8th. Looks like I'm recording it from my bedroom. October 8th. Wait a minute. Both same thing. Just a clear picture. Both October 8th. October 8th. This is November 4th, 2:16 p.m. This is actually a airplane. I recorded. Like I said, some days it's just helicopters, some days it's just airplanes, and some days it's both. I have footage with it's both following me on each side. Like I said, I have tons and tons of footage. I just picked random selected ones. Guys, if you know anyone that know how to enhance videos, can you please send them my way? Send them this video. Let them know that I'm searching for answers. I want to know who's behind the harassment. I do know it's the government, but who sent them? Why? Again, it's just not my problem. Next 2-3 years, it can be America's problem. So please take this into consideration. So guys, as you saw some of just a few clips, and this is every day. This is why we all have to stay prayed up, because if this can happen to me, before you know it, this can be happening to all Americans. How did they even find me? I truly believe it was from the celebrity world. Look at the Z-lister celebrity I was back and forth with on Twitter. This is the VP of the United States of America. Why is she asking this Z-lister celebrity to come to the White House because she just had a baby?
Oh my goodness! Mr. Leo! Hi, Mama. Oh, look at you. Perfect child. Oh, he loves you. How are you?
This is the VP where she should be worrying about the American citizens, but she asking a Z-lister celebrity to come and visit her and bring your newborn baby to the White House. And then on top of that, they felt the need to record this intimate moment and put it on social media for the world to see. Mind you, this Z-lister celebrity was the first one who interviewed her. Peep this. The VP brings this Z-lister celebrity to the White House to meet her newborn baby, but having this interview, trying to convince the public, trying to convince us to abort our babies.
We've all experienced it as Black women. People have not believed me many times.
Yes.
So to me, it's like, it's interesting to hear you talk about how it's about unlearning and relearning how to humanize the Black woman.
And to also respect the dignity of Black women's bodies.
Make it make sense. She got this Z-lister celebrity to interview her before this presidential election even came about. It makes you wonder. And then you guys have to understand why I feel like I feel. Even if it's not Kamala that has something to do with it, that said, okay, we're going to help you find something on this girl to get her arrested or whatever the case may be. Please go back to the videos I showed y'all earlier of the young lady that's locked up, and anybody that want to write her and support her. The video I showed you of Tulsi. This administration is stalking and harassing American citizens, treating us like we're terrorists. Guys, my credit is A1 credit. I am not able to get no type of loans. Even the bank that was giving me loans for years are now denying me. Remember, guys, the last loan I was able to get with my A1 credit was under the Trump administration. And when I asked them why, all the bankers say, this is what the underwriters are telling me. That's all they give me. Even the company that I've been getting loans with for years, pay back within a year, they have been denying me. And I have excellent history with them. Never was late. They have started denying me. I have not been able to get any type of loan with my A1 credit under the Biden and Harris administration. Who do I think it is? I don't know. But I will say, with Biden and Harris in the chair now, with them being the president and the VP, they know what's going on in their skies. They know. They're okay with it. If this is happening to me, America, this can happen to any Americans. And we all know this is not a secret. When the government is doing any type of experiment or project, they come to the Black community first. This is something very sinister. That's all you have to do is look up. You will see those satellites. You will see those lines in the sky. You will see the helicopters. I just don't know who it is, but I know I will get to the bottom of it. Do I know that the Biden and Harris administration knows what's going on when it comes to me? Yes. Do I believe that it was the celebrity world that worked with them to bring the attention on me? Yes. The purpose of this documentary is to shed light on it. Please share it. It may seem like it's my problem now. 2 to 3 years, it will be everybody's problem. I'm hoping that this documentary can get in the hands of someone that can help me find answers. I have been doing my part. I have been writing to so many people. I am not a criminal. I am a law-abiding American citizen. And this is happening to me. They don't follow no other family members of mine. The strong black men in my family, they do not follow. I want answers. It's not right. And I will get justice.